It's so funny that speaking of local rapper, I started using Reddit recently, and it's hilarious whenever I'm in like a rap subreddit because they'll be talking about whatever artist. Maybe they say something about a specific Kendrick song, and I'm like, oh yeah, this song actually inspired some of my writing. I love it a lot. And people will always be like, oh shit, you're a fucking rapper? Who are you? And I'm like, yo, my name's Eric West. I'm from Los Angeles, and it's crickets. Like nobody gives a fuck. Like they expected that like 50 Cent was secretly on Reddit talking about Kendrick. They get hella disappointed with my ass, and I'm like, bitch, I'm sorry, I'm not fucking famous, but maybe if you click the link, you could get me there.
That's fucking funny, bro.
Kind of pisses me off because I'm trying to do my best to like promote myself.
So what's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm chilling, man. It was a productive ass day, and I don't have any more night shifts, so I'm finally back on the day shifts at work. That shit was brutal. Because
why
as,
no more night shifts?
We're not in the season of doing that anymore. They only do it for a couple of months out of the year.
Oh, okay. Is that like horror night shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta keep it vague because from what I know, our contract is like, don't talk about us on social media. They have like I swear to God, it's the weirdest thing ever. They have a department where all they do is surf the internet to see if employees are posting about the company.
Bro, what the fuck?
It's crazy as shit. But they do it because some people leak secrets thinking, oh, I'm on my burner account. There's no way that they're going to know. And it's like, dumbass, if you're posting this photo in the employee only area, obviously it's an employee. Now we just got to scroll through the security footage.
Yeah, I've come across a lot of like accounts where you're like, did you know that if you did this and this at this place, like just like secret shit.
Yeah. It's like on that subject, since I got this like platform where I kind of post wherever the hell I feel like, I've always wanted to go like make like a video series and talk about all the different jobs that I've had and like all the crazy ass and messed up experiences I've had.
That sounds fucking that sounds like worthy of actually talking about,
No, it does. And like my only thing is obviously, like you already know, some of those places I've worked in have been sued by multiple people actually. So it's like, I don't know if I could get in trouble for talking about it, or if it's like, hey, it's not what do you call it when you're talking shit about somebody? Not assassination of character, that other thing.
Defamation?
Yeah. Thank you. I'm like, does it count as defamation if there's all those court documents that this factually happened to these people,
Well, that's why it's defamation when it's fake, but when it's real, I don't think it's called that.
Okay. So see, I've never known the difference because I've always assumed that people can try to say, yo, this is defamation of my business because you're affecting how you're affecting our numbers, basically, not necessarily whether or not it's true. But I don't know.
No, but yeah, it would be a dope thing to do because I've had a couple of jobs too where I'm like, fuck, I wish I could talk about it. I haven't had that many jobs though, but
we could probably try. Well, that's probably a good thing, honestly. Like,
yeah, I've never been fired. I've never had to sue.
You've never been fired?
No, I've never been fired.
I've been fired once.
I've always quit like out of nowhere though. I never gave 2 weeks. Fuck that. But I've never been fired though.
So the one time that I was fired, I was 18. I was working at a chain called Claim Jumper that used to be over at Warner Brothers Studios. We were like,
what is it called? One more time.
It was Claim Jumper. It was a
Claim
restaurant.
Jumper? What the fuck is that?
It's an old restaurant. Like, if you ask your parents, there's a chance that they know it because it used to be really fucking popping when they were coming up. But like, it was basically like a Western style American restaurant. So it was barbecue ribs, burgers, a couple of pastas, just because people love their fucking pasta in the States, and then like whatever was at the bar, candied bacon, just like Western style food. But I got fired there because I had started dating somebody, and I like got so distracted somehow with like, yo, today's the day that we finally get to go on whatever kind of date. Because we both lived with strict ass family members at the time, you know.
Oh,
so,
but you were dating that person at the job.
No, they weren't from the job. No, this was
okay.
somebody who lived in my neighborhood, but our neighborhood is full of chismosas, so we were trying to like sneak around and like not be seen too much, you know. So it would be like, oh, you know, Wednesday we can finally go on a date, and we're meeting up on Wednesday. It's like 5 p.m. and my phone's blowing up. I'm like, what the fuck? No one ever calls me, because you know how it is being a guy. Your phone's always fucking dry. And I picked that shit up, and they're like, hey, where are you? Your shift started an hour ago. I'm like, no fucking way, right? And then
Damn,
1 hour,
you forgot.
Right, somehow, and 1 hour would turn into 2 hours, because to commute from downtown LA all the way up to Burbank at fucking 4 p.m. when everyone else is getting off of work, I'm not making it in time. So it would be a write up, and that happened like 3 times in 2 weeks. So they had to let me go.
Fuck.
And
I mean that's a good love story, at least at that time.
No, fuck her.
That could have been.
It could have been. It could have been, but people don't appreciate the things that I go through. Like,
that's a long, like, people won't understand how crazy that commute is.
right,
Because that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Right,
minimum.
through all that traffic. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get there within like 1 hour, but still, it was brutal as shit.
Listen, I love women, but I would have just jacked off if it was 2 hours, bro. Honestly.
Well, so like it wasn't even like I was trying to blow off work. So after that first time, completely like just forgot somehow that I had work that day. I thought it was my Friday.
I can't lie. It happens. 'Cause,
Right.
like one time, I was scheduled for 12. No, I was scheduled for 9, and I went in at 12, and I'm on the freeway on traffic. They're like, "What time? Why aren't you here yet?" I'm like, "I thought I was supposed to go at 12," and they're like, "You're supposed to be here since 9, and nobody's covering." I'm like, "Fuck," you know, it happens. It happens, bro.
Yeah, no, for real. And like I dead ass don't know what happened the rest of the times, because I would sit there every day that I clock in and clock out twice a day. I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, okay, I work Thursday and then
was
Saturday.
it like that type of schedule that changes every week?
It changed sometimes, but they always had it posted up on the wall, right by where the
But it was never
was.
a intact schedule.
At that time it was.
Oh, okay.
That's a whole other
maybe
story,
you fucked up then.
No, I absolutely did. And then, like, it's the craziest thing where it's like, it's one of those fake memory moments. I don't know if you've ever had those, where it's like,
What does that mean?
so when you have a fake memory, it's like something is indescribably very, very real to you, and like no matter how wrong you are, you can picture yourself hearing this thing, experiencing this thing, and it never fucking happened that way, or sometimes it never happened at all.
Yeah, I feel you.
So it was one of those things where I'm staring at the schedule and I'm going over it over and over twice a day. I'm like, okay, for this week my days off are Thursday and Saturday. And so I book my next date for like Saturday, right? We're going out on Saturday. It's 2:00. Phone's ringing. Hey, you're an hour late. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And they're like, Chico, today's Sunday. And I'm like, you're fucking lying to me.
You know, this dyslexia doesn't help with that, because like it's like fuck, like you think you over and over you fucking tell yourself that it's this and this and this, and then you read it one more time just to not fuck it up, and then you read it all wrong.
You calling my ass dyslexic?
No, because I that shit happens to me too. It's like, was it 10 or was it 1 a.m.? You know, like shit doesn't fucking make sense sometimes.
You've been working on anything else?
As of
for music.
I try to hop on some stuff, and I'm like, lately a lot of shit hasn't sounded the way I wanted to sound. So I get on for it like 15 minutes and then I hop off. So not really. Long story short, not really.
What's
but I'm
good?
trying though. I'm trying.
What's good with the stuff that you have in the vault? I know that you had some stuff you were trying to put together.
I listen to that shit and then I hear it throughout the day. I'm like, maybe on Monday I might be like, oh, this shit sounds good and this doesn't. And then on Tuesday I'm like, fuck, bro, like it's hard making music, bro. It's hard being a critique of your own music because it's like you're like, fuck, like this sounds good right now and then the next day shit sounds different. So like I feel like for me to be able to put music out, I need to stop listening to it. I feel like at this point,
you can always, which I feel like is probably some of the intent behind it. You can always do just like drop in the single and seeing how that does. I feel like
exactly.
The concept of dropping the single before anything else is to test the waters.
Yeah, that's why I dropped a single in fucking, when was it, June or some shit, and I was supposed to drop a project after that, but shit got.
So that song was gonna go on it originally.
It's gonna go on the album no matter what, just because I like it so much.
Was that Connections? That shit goes fucking hard. I love that. So shit.
Like I dropped it, and I was like, I even posted on back and all this bullshit.
And you like, and then, you almost never posted the gram. Like it was dope to see.
And then I wasn't back. I went back to where I fucking was hiding at. So it was.
I did the same fucking thing in high school where I stopped dropping because I used to just like write something, right? And this was before I knew how to like actually record. So I would write something, I'd go to Breezy, I would pull up the photo booth and just turn on the camera with the loud ass fucking speakers blasting the beat. And then I would have photo booth using the microphone as my audio input, and I would just rap it one take live like that, and then post that shit to YouTube. So you have this like really fucking maybe the beat is all and I'm all the way back here.
Yeah, that shit was so
like it does suck. It does suck. So that's how I would drop shit, and I was doing that like every fucking week. I was probably putting out a song because I'm not actually putting in any editing or work.
Yeah, that's when you start over editing and over fucking engineering, and that's when like the doubts come in. I feel like
it can for sure. But I say that to say I stopped uploading music for 1 month, and then I dropped the fucking Guess Who's Back video, like, and then I didn't drop shit after that.
I think I've seen that on your channel as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm like back,
cringy, like one of those stock photos from 2010. So they look really horrible. It's 400p. It's like a bunch of trees and the sky is all pink, not like sunset where it's like a bunch of colors plus the color pink. Like the sky was only the color pink.
It's like back then when those YouTube channels would be like, why I was gone for 3 months. Like,
I forgot that was a thing.
Everybody had one too, like at some point. Yeah. Everybody needed a break from all that bullshit.
There was I used to have a coworker named Logan. Shout out to Logan if he happens to be listening to this. But he always had this idea where I forgot what the setup for the joke was, but he was like, you need to stop dropping shit for a while and then do one of those YouTube apology videos where it's like you spinning in the chair to turn to face the camera and you're like, hey guys, it's me, ya boy.
Boy.
Every like, YouTuber used to say that shit. Like everybody wanted to be black so bad.
That's your boy in lowercase.
Yeah,
because it's your boy.
Yeah,
but it's in lowercase. So it's like, your boy.
Hey everybody, it's your boy. Like that's how every YouTube video started.
Fuck.
It didn't even matter if it was a woman.
It's your boy.
Your boy. Fuck me, bro. I'm glad that people steered away from that sort of shit, and I'm glad that like as taxing as things like how to work the algorithm and all that bullshit is, I'm glad that that is now a conversation topic, because that's brought a lot more originality. Because before it was like, okay, if you're on YouTube and PewDiePie is the guy to you, however he does an intro is how the next 100 creators will also do their fucking intro, and so on and so forth. Same thing for TikTok, same thing for Instagram. So I'm glad that like this whole content creation shit has gotten nerdified, because now it's like, if you sound the same as everybody else, no one's gonna watch your videos because they're fucking sick of it. I appreciate that.
What do people say now? Because it's like everybody who does TikTok, and like if you see all these, there's here are a couple examples of like copy paste creators.
Yeah.
We have the family who just had a newborn. There's like 20,000 of them. The couple who fucking plays pranks on each other and go out to eat every now and then.
For the first one, I'm gonna add to that. It's the couple who had a newborn, or the couple who all their videos are just their kids.
Yeah, exactly. But they have to be in it, at some point.
Yeah.
So like it's let's call it a young adulthood, right? Young fatherhood and motherhood. Then we got couples who fuck around with each other. Like back then, what was that?
All those
couple that would prank
videos.
each other.
Yeah,
prank. And then we have the third one, to me, which is very like, I see all the time. I don't know if everybody's algorithm is the same or not, but the going out to eat alone, or trying this place out, or food content. Let's take it. So it's just a copy paste all around.
I remember when people used to talk shit about food content, and now they're all over the place.
That food content is the number one thing to do now. Like it's
wild as shit, and it's so funny that you mentioned that, because I was trying to look for a video to watch.
I'm not hating on it, because I wish I would have done it too.
Like honestly, because it looks so.
Because if you get paid to fucking eat whatever you want, then fuck it.
Not just that, but if you're one of those people who does like 500,000 views per video, and all you did was spend $20 on some fast food.
Exactly, bro.
Damn, bro. Yeah.
I mean, fucking unlock the fucking cheat code,
But like, I literally just ran into that shit the other day, where I was looking for something new to watch, and the thing that popped up on my account was like a guy who literally is like, I'm going to go to every one of these locations. So it's like, the theme of this video is, I'm going to go to the oldest location I can find for these 5 fast food chains. And then it's just him traveling and eating in fucking McDonald's, Chipotle, and Taco Bell, right?
But how interesting is that though? Like for a fucking consumer, I would have watched it
for that specific video. I thought it was pretty dope, because he's going into like, yo, this is the history of this thing, and like it's just from the perspective of, I just want something in the background. It was pretty fucking good, right? But exactly. In terms of the people who just, hey guys, today I'm going to the Del Taco across the street. Who gives a fuck?
But I mean, a lot of these people are like, it's crazy, because like now you're getting paid to go to somebody's food truck, and I mean, I fucking clap to them, because that's just fucking, they found a way.
When it works, it works. But when it doesn't, that shit has gotta be brutal.
Because there's this guy, I don't know if you know who he is. His name's fucking, the fuck is his name? What is this fucking faded as fool? Just this fucking smoker.
I don't think I've seen him. No.
And his name is, I don't know what his name is, but like everything he tries is either, oh, that's just mid, that's just fire. Like it's just
like no actual commentary.
And that motherfucker's getting paid to go review shit, so it works.
Yo, you know what? Speaking of food content, I think it started with Review Bra.
I don't know who the fuck.
It's a skinny white boy who looks stupid. I think he's supposed to be our age, but he still looks like he's 14 in the face. And like because he literally started this shit while he was in like middle school or high school, and he just pulls up a camera. He speaks very properly, right? And he only reviews fast food items, and he like talks about, hey, this is the texture of it. This is what I was excited. Sometimes, yeah. I feel like his channel blowing up is probably where people change their mind on food content.
What is his name again?
Review Bra. That's probably where it was. But like, we live in this like stressful ass time. If you're a person who just likes being creative, we live in this stressful ass time where everything has to be creating content, and it's so taxing. It's so tiring, even like, when you're just doing it casually.
Let's go back to the reason why we're even fucking friends, you know? Like music, right?
Yeah.
So music seems such like, you know, let's make a pyramid, you know?
Okay.
There's a pyramid of content and what do you call it again? Sorry, fuck, my brain is fucked up right now. Content and, you know, the money you bring in, what do they call that?
Income?
I get, yeah, income. Content and income or not profit, but
yeah.
Income, let's say.
Yeah. Revenue, whatever.
So, revenue, yeah. Okay. I was looking for the proper word. So, like, all these things that we're talking about, food creators, prankers, so music falls so low from that type of music falls so low on that pyramid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
With the income and with the content. So it's like, for me, it's like, fuck, bro, like, kind of sad in a way, because if you want to make music, you have to do some of this bullshit. You have to do some type of like, you know, some bullshit ass dance or something to get even, you know, on that same algorithm that everybody else is on.
Yeah.
That's why music, like, that's why for me, like, the music shit is kind of, it's so dead now.
And that's actually, like, to piggyback off of that shit, that's where you see some people's whole career change, like Jason Derulo, where I'm not sure if you're aware, but I was a casual fan, I'll say. Right, yeah. I'm gonna say I was a casual fan because there were a lot of different songs that I like had on playlists, but I never took the full dive of let me listen to a full album of his stuff because I was just lazy, right? But he was an artist that I liked so much that I would go back to pretty often. And one day I was like, damn, it's been a while. Let me see what kind of tracks he's dropped. And I saw that he completely switched up to being a TikTok person. So like that is not that, oh, you know, there are two types of people, the people who post and the people who don't, like, not like that, but his entire brand revolved around riding trends on TikTok and creating content for that shit. Which is wild, because as a person who had Billboard hits, you would figure he would never have to pivot that fucking hard into this shit, but he does. And well, it's just like, damn, bro, if he has to do it.
There's not a lot of artists who don't have to go into that shit. You know? There's most of these artists that want to keep, you know, doing what they've been doing and keep that stable income, which is millions, you know, like, but for them, that's a stable income. Like, that's what keeps them going. You know, like a million a month is what makes, that's their paycheck to paycheck. But there's so many, like, I'd say 90% of the artists have to do that shit to keep going, you know, in this industry of a lot of creators that get forgotten because they don't do that shit.
So, like, and not just music either, but chefs too. It's except for them, it doesn't have to be YouTube content.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah,
just for a second.
What's up?
That's why this is the only reason why I'm happy that content is out, because back then a chef wouldn't ever get any type of motion if it wasn't for content creation. That's why a chef now is so much more appreciated because of this content creation. Because back then, so that's why I feel like it's there's bads and there's good, but for chef, it's been a good thing. I feel like
It definitely has because like the how popular a chef is, or sorry, I should say how popular restaurants are in America is directly correlated to how good the economy is. Because I had a job where one of the managers worked with that chef for like 10 or 20 years, right? Probably 20 plus years, because she told me like, yeah, I started working for him. This was my first job out of high school or in high school. And she was like, back then it was crazy as shit because we had a restaurant in Hollywood back when that meant something. And in the 90s, I'm bussing tables, but G shit, right? She's like, I'm bussing tables, I'm waiting tables, and I go home with like $300 of tip money in my fucking pocket every
in
single
the
night.
'90s.
In the 90s, when
Yeah, that's
minimum
like
wage
fucking
was like
2K now.
$8-9. Like that
Probably
shit, yeah,
less.
yeah. It is like the equivalent of going home with like 1,000 to 2,000 every
A
fucking
night.
day. And like fast forward to like post housing crisis world, because I feel like that was a turning point for like when everything stopped being cheap and affordable again. Now it's like as the economy gets really shitty, restaurants are one of those indicators where it's like restaurants just aren't popular anymore. Like people aren't going out to eat every single week as a casual, this is what we do in our household kind of thing anymore, because you just can't afford
Way
to do that
too
the way that you
expensive, though.
way too
Way too
expensive.
expensive.
Way too expensive.
It's not. It becomes more of a special occasion than a night out. You know.
But yeah, like content creation is so crazy now in terms of like how necessary it is for so many different people that like one example I'll give, right, is there is a chef named Christina Tossi. She is a James Beard award-winning chef, which is like, for those who don't know,
I don't know.
Well, do I got some news for you? The James Beard Award is like every single year that once a year they pass it out to an individual chef, and then
Every year for a year straight.
we'll get to that at some point. But yeah, they give out James Beards to one restaurant and then to one chef. They might do multiple, okay. I don't know, but like that's like an annual only thing. So as far as I'm aware, it's the James Beard Award and then it's the Michelin Award. And so Christina Tossi, a chef who has won a James Beard just like 10 years ago for her Milk Bar restaurant, which is like a pastry shop, she still, to this day, has to be posting on Instagram and TikTok to make sure that she's advertising and branding and shit, which is like, if a chef of that caliber has to still do this, because I imagine, I don't know the woman, obviously, so for all I know, she just enjoys doing it. But if she has to do that, then everybody kind of has to if they want to take themselves seriously, and that's really unfortunate.
Yeah, if they want to stay in that level, you know,
yeah,
stay on that level,
yeah,
then you have to keep doing the time and. Mm-hmm. For real artists, real cooks, real chefs, real musicians, comedians, it's a drag.
It is. I feel like it is, especially since so many people who are creative are also introverted. Even if they're not like all the way introverts, they're just like partially.
If you don't have a team,
right,
and if you're doing it by yourself every day, clipping and
right. Right.
That's why like there's people made it already, then they have clip farmers and everything. It's such a deep world, bro.
It's so deep. It runs so deep. And like that's why for the 2 years that I knew him, I was really grateful to this guy who has a lot of different production credits on my project Premonition. His name was Kev from Produce, because his name was Kevin and he worked in the produce aisle.
I remember. I that name sounds familiar too.
Yeah, he used to hook it the fuck up like crazy. Where I met him through a group I'll talk about in a little bit, but he was literally just like, "Yo, I really like the way that not just like your writing, but I like the way that you deliver shit. I like the things that you write about. I want to hook you up with some beats." And I paid for one because I was like, "Yo, like you're talking about how you want to start selling your beats and how that's how you want to do that as like your secondary source of income. Let me pay for this shit." So the one time that he was finally like, "I want to start selling beats," I asked him for a custom one for this song that I wanted to work on, and I gave him $300 for it.
God damn.
Because I was like, there you go. That's your first sale.
Better man than me.
And but he was dope as shit. And like before then, he used to just give me beats for free, and not even because I was trying to ask for it. Like there were times where I was like, "Hey, payday's coming up. Can I shoot you a little bit of bread? Because you're always sending me shit." And like anytime he would like make something, he used to send me over like a whole fucking Google Drive folder for me to choose from. And like half of them I would fuck with, half of them I wouldn't. Sometimes one folder I only came up with one song, but it was just like, it was so amazing for the entire process, for the creative process. And then to have somebody who's like, "Hey, since you're making the beat already, let me send you what I have. Can I get some feedback on it from your side?" Right? Especially because I felt like he was better at mixing than I was. So having that additional help too was really nice whenever you were like busy with work and I couldn't hit you up. I'm like, "Oh, damn, I don't have Alan. Let me go hit up Kevin." Like having some support, even if it's minimalistic as fuck in a way, is such a game changer. So the people who have someone who will photograph them or be their videographer for free, right? The people who edit anything for them for free, the people who send them beats, like I hope that they know what kind of value they fucking have with that, and I hope that they're always expressing their gratitude and appreciation, because
unless you're like a piece of shit and like just
right
taking that shit and be like, "All right, thanks, bro." And like if it was his job and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and referencing and that obviously that goes for anything that you do outside of music. Like if you have a team, especially if they're hooking you up with a discount or even doing it for free, like you better show them so much love every opportunity you fucking get. And to anybody who is someone else's team, if they're out here on Tinder talking about, "I'm a self-made rapper," fuck them, drop their ass, and walk away forever.
It's so fucking crazy, bro. Like,
yeah,
for any rapper, anywhere, anytime to say they're self-made, it's just being self-made is such the dumbest shit you could ever say, in my book.
Yeah.
Because you're not self-made.
So, okay, what about in a vacuum in terms of like your ability as a rapper? Do you think that applies?
Yes, I'm not self-made. Even if I'm the greatest rapper ever, I still need a producer. I'm not the greatest producer.
Okay.
I'm the greatest.
Right. I get that part.
What are you talking about?
I'm saying if we're talking only about you as a rapper, not like all the songs that you put out, etc., etc. Like, are you a self-made rapper?
No, because you haven't made anything, bro. You rapping good doesn't make anything. Because, like, okay, if you want to be a rapper, and you'll stay there and be stuck. But if you want to be a musician and a part of music and a part of history and all this shit, then you need a A&R, you need a fucking manager, you need a producer, you need an engineer. There's
But
so much shit that you need, bro.
but you specifically, like, you don't have an A&R, a manager, or
I don't.
Yeah. So, but you still wouldn't call yourself self-made.
I wouldn't call myself self-made.
Okay.
No, I've listened to a lot of rappers that made me better. I've featured with a lot of rappers that made me better. I'm friends with a lot of rappers that made me better. You know, like I'm friends with fucking Eric, who fucking did a whole project with me while I had my fucking knee surgery. That made me better, made my music better. So I'm not self-made. Fuck no, never.
That shit is fire.
That's just my take on it.
I love that. No, I love
Never
that
will
shit.
be. Never will be.
Yo, and,
never.
Yo,
Bro,
and
never.
for context too, like, this is a guy that I've known for over 10 years. I've never heard him speak this passionately about something. Like, this shit is so fucking.
Just because I'm not an asshole, I'm not a dick.
No, you're not. You're not. Yeah.
Because I know, like, being self-made is, unless you fucking, like, you can be self-made in a lot of things. Like, let's say I learned a trade, I become an electrician, I learned by myself, by the book. Guess what? Ask that electrician who made his fucking company, who taught him. An older fucking guy. He is not self-made, bro. An older guy taught him how to do the things, because just because he passed the fucking book and he passed the state laws does not mean he knows how to do that shit. Nobody's self-made. That's my point.
In anything you do.
In this passionate, fucking stupid ass fucking way that I'm talking, nobody is self-made.
No, in anything that you do. Like,
In anything.
I was originally gonna disagree with you, but, like, hearing the logic and everything, I feel where you're coming from. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not enough logic to, and it's not enough logic to, like, explain everything that comes into it, but that's just like the whole point of it. The bigger picture.
How do you feel about talent, though? Like, so, how do I phrase this?
I 100% already know what you're trying to say.
What do you think makes an artist talented?
What makes an artist talented? Because, you know, like, for me, when people say talent, it always comes back to sports for some reason. So for me, talent is well, for those who know soccer, football, talent is Messi, you know, and then hard work is Ronaldo. So for me, talent comes, you know, it just comes out of nowhere, because like, for me, let's go back to me for like the beginning. The only reason I started rapping is because I started looking up fucking Tupac instrumentals. That's literally the only reason why I started rapping ever.
Yeah.
So, like, that was talent from the get-go. I put an instrumental on and I started trying to say what he said, like trying to karaoke it, but ended up saying my own shit without wanting to. You know? So that's talent, like, out of nowhere. Like, I didn't have to work for it. I worked to make it better, to make it a skill. But it's not something that I was like, okay, I'm gonna be good at rapping. And then, so talent, that's talent. Like, something that just comes out of nowhere. Like a kid, like, oh, let me borrow your skateboard, and he fucking does a kickflip out of nowhere, you know? Like, just, I think talent is God's given for sure, and it's not a choice. And then skill. Well, did you ask me about skill? No, you didn't.
No,
right?
no, but go ahead.
No. Okay, but skill is something that you're like, okay, I want to learn how to do this. You try, you can't, but then you get some pointers and everything, and then, like, that's the difference to me. But fuck, I forgot your question.
No, you answered it. You're good. I was just saying, like, what makes somebody talented to you, and your response basically is like, when it comes naturally to you.
Yeah, naturally, not. You don't have to, like, you can learn how to get better at it, but you don't have to learn how to do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but, and so it sounds like your philosophy is also, like, once you start to work on that, once you start to add effort to that thing, it becomes skill.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So then,
what do you think about talent?
well,
what is talent to you?
I was thinking about the question completely differently, but for sure, talent is just, like, what is inherent for you with that ceiling of like for example, I am a person where, and like other people that I've said this to have never understood this. I've always told people I have no talents. Every single thing that I've ever done, whether it was guitar, piano, drawing, cooking, every single thing that I do is a skill because I had no idea how to do that shit. And when I first started doing that, I was garbage. And I sat down and I was like, just naturally really curious. So I'm like, oh, how do you do that one Rihanna song on a guitar? I sit down, I watch somebody play it over and over, maybe take notes to help me make sense of it, and then I practice it. And like, even if it's a simple ass 4-chord song, an hour later, 2 hours later, I'm like, oh, I can play it now, right? Started with no ability whatsoever, and honed in and developed myself and turned it into a skill. So yeah, I feel like we have the same understanding of what talent really is. I also feel like there is talent or talents that people don't inherently like recognize as being a talent. For example, as somebody who loved martial arts, I feel like there are a number of people who are geniuses in combat because most of us don't ever fight. It's kind of like against our nature. We kind of do whatever we can to avoid fighting people.
To not,
Yeah, because that's just like survival, and that is where our society is at. Humans have evolved to not need to fucking throw hands all the time. Cool. But for the people who do fight people, it's either your mind is blank, right? And you're just kind of swinging and doing whatever, or your mind isn't blank. You're like focused on a feeling or an action, but you're not necessarily thinking about what is happening, and you're not processing all those fast moments right then and there. And then there's a group of people who are so fucking wicked who have this talent of, if you are punching or kicking on this side, then I should do this move because then I'll be in the optimal space too.
It becomes a strategic
and it's
battle
like,
instead of...
It's like they obviously will go and be in a room and they'll like practice an imaginary fight to figure out, well, what's the best move to do here? Obviously they do some of that, but some of that comes so natural. And I'm not saying that I'm a talented fighter, but when I was getting into Taekwondo, I would experience small moments of that where I start Taekwondo. They only start us off with like 2 or 3 different kicks because they're more so focused in the beginning on make sure you do your stretches because flexibility is really, really important for this sport, right? And then at the end of every 2 or 3 weeks, we have our sparring matches. And when all I know is these 2 kicks to the body, which are like you're kicking towards the sides, right? Somebody's coming at me. They're like a higher belt than I am, but I'm a bigger person. And I'm like, I've never seen anybody do this, and I don't think it's illegal. So mid-fight, as they're charging, I kick their fucking chest instead of like kicking with the front part of my foot. I don't know how to explain that. I kick with the sole of
toes?
Yeah, instead of kicking with my toes, I kick with my entire sole of my foot.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing you. Cause
it's like that. It's like that. Is it Jet Li or is it Bruce Lee where you hit that palm?
Yeah.
The palm of your hand.
Yeah.
So you're pushing most of the weight with your palm, not just hitting them with your fingers.
Right,
you know?
right. Literally that. And so I'm like, in that fraction of a second, I'm like, instead of just kicking you, what if I use my kick to push you? Because I just feel like, and I didn't understand the mechanics of it until I thought about it later. I was like, if I kick you like this, you're going to be off balance, and then I can whoop your ass. So I try it. It happens exactly like that. I whooped his ass. I won. And I'm like, there are people who do that all the fucking time.
Yeah, and that comes from like maybe some shit that you've seen or something that you've heard about, but like you had that talent to kind of figure out how to do it without having proper
Training. Yeah.
Training. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like how with me, like when I know how to rap, so I'm like, fuck, like I don't know how to freestyle, but I've heard so many raps before. Let me try it. Like it's the same shit. Like, so that's why, I mean, you gotta be grateful that you have that, any type of talent.
Yeah. Yeah. But for sure, I would say I value skill a lot more.
Damn, I'm at a loss for words.
Because I feel like the reason that I value skill more so than talent is because I think it's natural that with talent comes complacency. I feel like when you are really naturally good at something, you don't have a reason to work on it. So you don't have a reason to think that you can get any better at this thing. And so you kind of just stay where you're at. And you've unknowingly put a ceiling on yourself. Whereas like that, and like being talented at something, especially if you're talented at a sport because you have like the perfect body for that sport, you don't necessarily have a passion for that thing that you're doing.
Yeah,
exactly. So you're only going to go so far to begin with.
That's something that we should talk about, like passion and talent too. Like it doesn't go hand in hand.
They don't. They're like opposites of each other.
It's so hard to get a passion and a talent at the same time. Like I'm just saying, like it's so hard to, because I had that talent to freestyle and rap and make music out of nowhere, but over time that passion just started fading.
And like it's so funny because like Alan was always the nastiest person in any fucking cipher. As a person who was in a couple of different ciphers,
doggy style,
like the conversation, and I'm not even fucking with you. When we were in the Knox study program, you were what, 12?
About 12 or
something like that.
Yeah.
So
12, 11.
So he's 12 years old. All the other people in that program were older than both of us because they were already in high school, so they were 15,
you were in
16.
Middle school as well?
Yeah, I was. So everyone else was 15, 16. And I shit you not, like, after our very first cipher together, everyone was like, yo, I'm kind of nervous if Alan shows up today because I don't want to rap next to that guy.
Fuck.
I
have no clue that happened.
Even the people who were, I would consider, pretty good fucking freestylers, like at least in the sense of like they can just keep saying a thing, they can keep finding a line or a word or a topic. They were always like, yeah, I'm just not there. This fucking 12-year-old kid scares the shit out of me. Like, and me on the other end of things, like where Alan was the person who came in and was this fucking beast, I was pretty good, but I was somebody who, even now, it's just something that I struggle with because I freeze a lot. I have a really fucking yeah, it's cool, it's not your fault. I have a really hard time doing anything impromptu, like to that degree.
Yeah.
So every time that we had a cipher or whatever, I was writing some shit and then trying to memorize it within that same fucking week.
I know. Yeah. I felt that from a lot of people that like their ciphers were not freestyles.
I didn't notice from anybody else because at the time I couldn't. But
I guess that's where my talent came from. It's like I know it's not.
Yeah, as someone who
Because
didn't
it's
have a lot of
too-
experience, you could already tell anyway.
It's too perfect because I know that you wrote that to a different tempo of beat, so you're slowing down like that. Like, and for me, when I found out that I was talented,
you started catching that they were ghostwriting.
Not ghost.
No, not ghost writing. Writing, like I wrote this to the 90 BPM, but I'm writing it. Yeah.
I'm right. Yeah. Exactly. So like, just to keep on that topic, that like, talent and everything. I knew I had talent when, like, one of the few times where I actually was like, fuck, these guys are nothing to me right now.
Was that program specifically, or
that program specifically? I don't think you were. Were you there or not?
Yeah,
it's when Seth came in playing the ukulele and Dumbfounder was there.
Yeah, I was there for that one.
So they had just taught us about the rhyme schemes, A B B, A C C B. Okay.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just to preface for everybody else, Knock Study was a program started by the rapper Dumbfounded, specifically for other kids to learn how to rap or how to rap better,
or make music, or be musically, because it was also production engineer. It was a lot.
It was a lot of stuff.
So, cool ass program that maybe kids don't have now, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like, how do I fucking explain it? I just knew when I heard everybody else, every other like 14 other people there, where I used that type of how do you call it?
Tempo?
Rhyme scheme?
Oh, yeah.
It was an A, let's say it was an ACCA, So I used that in the freestyle after we just learned about it.
Fuck me.
And they were all looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, how does he know how to do that shit? And I didn't know how to do that shit before.
Yeah, you like heard it and you instantly were able to apply it.
Yeah, I was like, okay, that's how you do it. Okay, I saw a fucking karate chop and I was like, okay, that's how you move your arm, like that type of shit, like.
Yeah.
So that's when my first time as a kid, like, that's when I knew that I had some type of talent for something. Because everybody else around me was like, what the fuck is that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, they were scared
because they were
ass.
like, we didn't have enough time to write this shit or try to write something. It was learn this and then freestyle cipher.
Yeah,
that's the only time I feel like in my life where I was like, fuck, I'm actually pretty good at something.
And like remembering the specific like cipher you were talking about, they came with riddens, because we had a class leading up to, hey, we know that Dumbfound is going to be coming through on this day.
That was when Toki Monster was there too.
Yeah. And so whoever was the instructor was like, you guys never want to be in a position like this where you have like an event coming up and you are unprepared. So even if you are a good freestyler, like the lesson that they gave us was make sure that you always have a ridden that you can fall back on, so that if you start fucking up, you can switch into that and like bounce
red
back
rose
from it.
white city.
Yeah, that type of shit. And so hey, I just disconnected my headphones. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yo, can you hear me?
Good to go.
Okay, yeah. Even so because of that, like everybody brought riddens for that cipher, and then that was when Dumb was like, you're not allowed to use anything about sex or drugs or violence, and then you're kicked out, and everyone else has to keep going until there's only a couple of them left. So all the people who weren't
I don't
practicing how to freestyle, or all the people who weren't natural freestyles, instantly got kicked out after like the first round. So yeah, that's definitely like everyone for sure came with one or two riddens.
I don't remember them ever saying that.
Yeah, it was.
I don't think they told me
that was the one.
I don't think they told me that.
You might not have been there for that one then.
Small. No, you were, because I know you were there before me.
Yeah. So Dumb came again, but with Wax and EOM. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Okay. So that was another one
Which would have
where
been,
everybody
yeah,
came with
that
some
was,
riddance prepared for that shit. But when he added that twist for the challenge, the people who didn't practice freestyling up until that point weren't able to hang.
yeah, no, I didn't come for that because when I came, well, because you guys are in the back of an album actually.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
We're on the back of
Of
the Murs album.
Of Murs and Faison.
Yeah. I don't remember the name
That
of
album
that.
is fire as fuck. I even bought it on iTunes when I got the money from fucking.
It was
Breezy
the
from
This
that
Generation album that dropped in 2012.
some shit like that, but they got some good ass fucking songs.
So
on
if
too.
you guys look up This Generation by Murs and Faison,
Murs and Faison,
all the children
Faison.
on that back cover is us, and I'm wearing
Not
the
me,
snap.
not me.
Yeah, not Alan, but it was all of us plus the instructor from the Knock Study program that was hosted that year, and I'm in the snapback right next to Murs. I think that's like
you've pulled it up already?
Yeah,
No.
I got it pulled up on my phone. You want me to
How
send
the
it
fuck
to you?
did you find it so fast? No, I'll look it up right now. How the fuck
I type fast, bro. That's another skill that I worked at.
That's a talent.
No, definitely not. Yeah, I used to get hella bullied for how slow I typed, so I practiced.
Dog study, damn, that shit probably doesn't exist anymore. Huh?
No, it doesn't, because they only did it one more year, and that instructor fucked it up. So I don't know if they were there for yours. The instructors I remember were an Asian guy and a white guy.
Yeah.
It was the same ones for you?
Yeah, shout out to Nick Lerman.
There
That's
you
the
go.
white guy.
Yeah, Nick Lerman.
Nick Lerman.
Yeah, bro.
Because I still talk to him every now and
Bro,
then.
Nick Lerman.
Actually.
Oh, I don't know if he's ever going to hear this. He had this bar that he fucking freestyled where
Every time.
he was talking about something, there ain't no surprises when the sun goes down, my dark night rises, because the Batman movie just came and we were like, yo!
I don't remember.
Oh, that shit was hard. I never forgot that.
So it was Nick Lerman,
Uh-huh.
some Asian dude.
Yeah.
I forget his name though.
Oh.
He was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. What's his name?
I also appreciate them because whenever I wasn't able to write something and memorize it in time, I automatically defaulted to stealing a verse that I heard on YouTube or that I saw on TV or whatever the fuck. So I appreciate that Nick specifically would pull me to the side after everybody left, and he was like, yo, we saw that was the Jimmy Kimmel Eminem verse, whatever the fuck, and like they're like you can't be stealing people's verses like that. That's just not cool. So one, I appreciate that they checked me on that shit, because then I started practicing, just like, you know, being more committed to memorizing my own shit. But then two, I appreciate that they didn't call me out in front of everybody and make me look stupid as fuck. Especially as a 13-year-old.
Yeah, and they were probably like 21, 22.
Probably, yeah.
I don't think they were that old.
No, they weren't. They
looked hella
definitely
younger.
weren't.
They just looked a little bit older than me.
Yeah.
Okay. We're talking about fucking freestyles and
Knock
Study.
Study, Murs Fashion album. I don't know. I don't remember. Fuck it.
away from music though, because I feel like we just always get stuck into music.
I mean, you know, that's our life, but yeah.
That's
I
our
get you.
life.
I get you.
There's a lot of more shit to talk about. Away from music, like what is something that you're proud of, that you know that you worked really hard for, that didn't come easy? Like, what is something that you feel like you deserved? Let's say. What do you?
So I guess there's two things, right? And one, the obvious answer is cooking. That's a whole fucking crazy ass story. But number two is for sure my health, because like my friends all more or less know this, but the people that I don't speak to like regularly have no idea what life has been like for me for the last like 15 plus years, bro. Like I've been so sick off and on. I've had so many diagnoses for medical conditions. I've had so many mental health conditions my
when
whole
did
life.
this start? When do you feel like
My whole life, I've always had like crazy ass issues. So like
when did it
literally,
start to get real for you? When
it's
did
always
it
been
start
real.
to get?
It's always been real because from the day I was born, when I popped out, I was already having an asthma attack.
Oh my God.
Like real shit though. Like they said when
Popped out.
yeah. So my mom's giving birth, you know, they cut the umbilical cord and they're like, oh fuck, the baby's not breathing. And they found out that I had asthma. So I was having an asthma attack from the moment I was born. And what my mom told me was like, that shit was so severe that I was in and out of the emergency room all the time for my first like 3 years. And even then, like as a school kid, asthma was so bad for me that I was going to the emergency room a lot, which like made me feel hella bad because our insurance didn't like fully cover ER visits. So my dad had like a pile of bills that was just me, you know? So that felt like shit. And then I get to 6th grade and we found out that I have a disability. I had Osgood-Schlatter, which is a condition that kids get where they grow faster than the ligaments in their knees.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that shit work, you know?
So it's literally like your ligament hasn't grown fast enough to keep up with you yet. So I like literally...
Fuck, hold on. Sorry.
Yeah. You're good.
I stepped on something because I'm using my brother's desk.
Uh,
I stepped on something. I'm like, why the fuck is it so sharp? And it's a PS3 with a knock steady fucking...
That's so funny. They gave us merch, bro. I'm so mad that somebody stole my hat. I had that shit my whole life, basically.
Sorry about that, bro. But I'm
You're
like,
good.
what the fuck? Random as fuck because I never looked down there ever.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
No, so like I got this ligament condition, and literally I didn't know what was going on, but I wake up for school, and I woke up screaming my ass off. And it was one of those things where like my dad had to call off of work because I wasn't able to like stand up or even sit really. The more I moved, the more painful it was. So it took both of my parents, because I was like 6th grade, I was like 5'10", right? It took both of my parents to take me to the clinic, even though the clinic was literally across the street from the house. And like I remember my mom telling me later that like, yeah, I had everybody in the building scared because every time the doctor would like poke me with his fucking finger, and I knew he was being really gentle, you hear a scream like somebody just got stabbed. And the security guard had to put me on a chair, and that big buff motherfucker who used to work there lifted my whole ass up onto his fucking shoulders with the chair and took me home across the street that way. And then from there, my mom was able to get me in the house again, but it was like atrociously bad. So I was on like 600 milligrams of ibuprofen because that's all they were allowed to prescribe to a minor. And it was just a thing where for the rest of my life, and which I didn't know that it was another condition, and that's a whole thing. But like basically you grow out of Osgood-Schlatter, so it turns out I didn't have that anymore. I had another leg condition that was causing me pain since I was fucking like 12, 13. Anytime that I was jogging or running or whatever, I felt like my shin bones would start to tingle, almost like a warning sign. And like, as an adult talking about this with a doctor, they were like, it's normal for people to get tingles with your condition. No one's ever gotten it as a fucking warning, though. That's crazy. And then if I kept running, then it would feel like my bones got brittle and they were like on the verge of snapping. Like if you were bending a pencil and you stopped right before it break, is how my bones felt my entire life. And then that evolved into developing another knee condition because I was hella overworked at this one job, to save a long story short. And it's just been one thing after another for so long. It was the liver tumor that I had right after that, right? Then I had crazy intestinal issues where my intestines got tied up in a knot for some reason. I don't know how the fuck that happens.
God damn.
I've had issues with my balls where I'm at the court, I'm shooting around, I jump to grab the thing, and it feels like somebody bit my fucking nuts off, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And they have to start doing x-rays, or not x-rays, ultrasounds, and it's always been something. And now to this day, I don't even remember what the question was, my fault, but now to this day...
I don't even either, that's what I was going to ask.
Health is, so, anytime I've had an issue, it was like, fuck, okay... I'm in a position as a kid where my asthma is so bad that I can't do activity, but I want to be able to play with other kids and be treated like a normal kid. So I started forcing myself to run and like just dealing with those asthma attacks until I increased my lung capacity. And now, then I get to a point where I go to a middle school or a high school, and people that I go to school with don't even know that I have asthma because I'm able to at least jog like normal. And then I start to build up speed, and I slowly become a more athletic person.
You train for
yeah,
that shit.
yeah. Then my legs are hurting. Well, the only person who knows is my homeboy that I'm with every single day, and everyone else is like, I'm teaching myself how to play sports through the fucking pain, because if I'm playing sports, I'm doing something that normal people are fucking doing. I've had heart conditions that I've kept a secret. I've like so much, and even like having lots of different surgeries and all the weight gain that came from that, where I'm in too much pain to work out the way that I'm supposed to be, or something happens that triggers a brand new injury, so I go like another 6 months of not being able to work out, and all the weight gain. I started, with inspiration from you, I started saying, you know what, if I'm not able to lose weight with all these diets, then fuck eating food. So I was fasting 3 days at a time for an entire year. And so it'll be like on day 3, I'm allowed to eat one meal. Or if it's my day off, I'll go ahead and give myself the 3 meals that day. And then I'm going fasting again for another 3 days until I lost 100 pounds with no exercise. So, yeah, my health is something that I've worked for since the day I was born that I'm really fucking proud of.
Well, all I can say is clap to that, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because I've dealt with a lot of pain and a lot of surgeries because of wanting to be an athlete. Mm-hmm. You know? Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? You're good at rapping. Why are you trying to fucking play soccer? Anyways.
Hey, we like, man. Like,
what the fuck are we doing here, bro? So, like, I can feel that 100%. I've never been through that, though, like, where I felt different or I had to keep up with anybody else. Only because of weight, because I like to eat fucking what I like to eat.
Yeah.
But never because of, like, what do you call it? Because of any symptoms or anything like that. So, I like to give my flowers to Eric now, because it's not easy going through all that shit. I know that we did the album, and then we used to talk every now and then. And then once he didn't even tell me that he had this tumor and all of this. He didn't tell me anything of that. So Once he told me, I was like, fuck, bro. Like, I felt like a fucking horrible friend because I didn't know what the fuck was going on, you know? So, I just like to give my flowers to you, bro.
I appreciate it.
I know it's not easy. It's so fucking, it's fucked because you don't have no control over it. You don't know what the fuck is going to happen. It's not a thing about, like, oh, you're overweight, just lose weight. It's not that.
Yeah.
It's nothing close to that. So I mean,
that's got to be the next episode. Really quick is we got to talk about like the story of making that album.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that shit was a dope experience.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it was. And now, for people who, because now I'm finally posting and I'm trying to do open mics whenever I'm able to, and I'm making videos of that.
Bro.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking proud of you and so thankful, and your open mics have been so great, bro.
Thank you. You seen too, like, I'm not just doing them on Instagram, I'm putting them like the full thing on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. I know.
Yeah.
I've seen everything. I know that they messed up your fucking audio on one of them. But like, it's nice to hear you in that way and not just studio fucking quality. Like,
yeah,
I'm fucking proud of you, bro. It sounds good. It really does.
Thank
It's not anyone can sound good live without fucking so much production behind them. You know what I mean?
we gotta get you on one of those because you got some fucking bangers that people don't even know about, bro. Like,
that's why I feel like I'm so fucking. Maybe I'm so cocky. I'm so fucking hard headed. Where I was like, why the fuck do I need to perform live right now?
Like don't even like forget the whole aspect of recording it because like you really don't need to, and that's a thing that you don't even give a fuck about in the first place.
Yeah.
But
maybe that'll be better.
It's so much more fun than I thought it was going to be. Because
bro,
like to speak like you were talking about your ego. My ego, in terms of music, is whenever I am gonna be performing, because I've mentioned this, I think, is I've performed lots of shit my whole life. Whenever I'm performing, I'm always like, I gotta be the best motherfucker in this entire auditorium right now. I'm trying to kill the person before me, and if I'm not like, there was a showcase we used to do every year at my high school that one of the teachers organized, and I would like beg to be the last person because I don't want someone to go after me and everyone in the audience be like, damn, this doesn't really hold up. Like, how do you follow up Eric West? You know? Like I was really cocky with that shit. So I kind of instinctively go into that mentality whenever I'm going to perform, especially if there's other musicians. But it was none of that. Like, as soon as I pull up and I watch everybody else do their thing.
We're grown now too, you know.
That too, yeah. I'm not like 15 anymore.
Because it feels nice just to, you know, have your music played in a different way.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and like to experience my shit that way, and to experience other people's shit in that setting, but also get to meet all these people who are super fucking friendly and lax as hell. It's hella fun.
I know, that's why I'm like, fuck, bro. I wish I had the courage you had going to those things, you know?
We could work on it.
Because I feel like I don't, because I feel so out of touch with my music. Like, because I'm like, fuck, like, it's my music, I make it, but I don't make it with the thought of having to perform it. Or the thought of, like, I make it because I want to listen, because I get so bored of everything else on the radio.
Yeah.
That's why when I make music, I'm like, fuck, I just want to listen to something that, like, can relate to me in a certain way, or because my girl likes my music a lot, thank God. I don't know if she's lying or not, but she acts like she likes it at least. So like when I make music, it's now I have her in mind now.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay, I want something that she can vibe to as well. But I'm never has it come across to me where it's like, how would this sound live or anything like that, you know?
Yeah. That's crazy, because I think about that a lot more often than I should, especially as someone who wasn't performing for the last like several projects of mine. Like there was one song on the Premonition album that you said that you were a big fan of, which was Pop Out. It's the very last fucking song
Yes.
on the album. That was one of the ones where I wrote it trying to like think of what is this gonna sound like with me performing, especially because originally I was supposed to have another artist on that shit. So it was supposed to be like this energetic ass back and forth that the two of us have, super swaggy Cali gang shit. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I think about something for a lot of sex.
I can tell a lot of sex.
A lot of, I was trying to say tracks and songs at the same time, and I was hoping you was gonna be mature and move past that.
A lot of sex.
Yeah, I'm fucking in the middle of slanging dick, and I'm thinking about bars.
There's a whole lot of sex going on over here.
Yeah. I whenever I'm having sex, I'm always thinking about what the next club banger is gonna be.
But
I fuck to the rhythm of my own music.
Bro, I've fucking did that to my own songs too, and it's great.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyways, we pull up and pop. Okay.
He quoted my shit. Let's go,
bro. I'm telling you, bro. That was my gym song for a long time.
That's so funny because I like it a lot myself. I refused to listen to it because I was so pissed off at the person I was supposed to be collabing with.
That's why I don't collab, bro. That's why I learned my lesson, and maybe that's a skill in itself. Where once one person is on bullshit, I just quit.
So
I just quit altogether.
The whole situation with this one and why I still put it out in the first place, I did it to be petty. Because it was a dude that I mentored at Breezy, and being like dead honest, he was really fucking bad, but he ran into me one day. It was like 2 years later probably, where I was back at my mom's house. I would drop my brothers off at school, because with her new job she wasn't able to, right? So he catches me on my way home from dropping them off, and he's like, "You remember me?" And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I hate this motherfucker, bro." And so, but I'm like trying to be a little bit cool. I'm like, "Okay, my door is like 20 steps away, bro. Just like hang in there." And he was like, like, "I thank you for everything that you taught me." I'm like, "Yeah, too bad you didn't fucking listen." And basically he was like I've upped my shit like crazy. Like, check this shit out, and then hopefully we can collab. I'm like, yo.
What was that guy's name?
This was the Stringer Kid.
Who?
The Stringer Kid.
He had Brandon or no?
I don't know his name. I don't remember his fucking name. But he like.
We know the same people, so that's why like maybe.
No, his name wasn't Brandon for sure. But he like. He was like, "Yo, we need to collab or whatever," and I was real with him. I was like, "Look, bro, if I don't like what I hear, I'm not gonna work with you. Like, we as artists have to be picky about our shit sometimes." And I checked it out, and he genuinely got a lot better. And going back to what we were talking about earlier, he went and got a team behind him. So he had people who were like, "Hey, you should try rapping a little bit more like this." He had people who were making some nice ass fucking beats for him, and he was posting all that shit on SoundCloud. So I was like, "Yo, I checked out these couple of tracks. I fuck with them. Let's work on something." And he sent me that beat for Pop Out, and he was like, "You could go ahead and use this. Go, like, here's my verse, right?" And I was like, "All right, dope. I'll mix everything. Don't worry about it." And he sends me his verse, and it's like he was one of those kids where apparently like he was trying to pretend that he was some big fucking gangbanger, and he wasn't affiliated with anything. Like, some of the people that would make music with him or for him were 18th Street or whatever they were, but he wasn't. But he was pretending that he was. So I already wasn't fucking with the verse because you're on this wannabe shit. Like, I just can't do that. But also, he was one of those people who's just not black, but it's N-word this, N-word that, and it's like I also just really don't fuck with that. And he knew this. Like, this was a thing that I was trying to like go over with him when I was like his mentor and shit. I was like, bro, you gotta be you. You can't talk like someone else. Like, that's just not, trying to keep it simple and not political, you know?
Yeah.
So I was straight up with him. I was like, bro, you're still on this stupid ass, immature ass shit. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not doing the record with you. And he was like, oh, come on, like, you can't be a bitch like this, or whatever the fuck he said. That pissed me off. So I was like, oh, okay. So I stole the track. I blocked him on everything, and I put the shit up before, and I got the whole album done so that I could post it on the album before he was able to post his version. And that way, DistroKid copyrights your shit when you distribute it. And since mine came first, once he came out later trying to post his shit because his homie didn't copyright the beat, I hopped on SoundCloud and I was stalking his shit, checking every week to see when he dropped the song. And as soon as he did, copyright infringement report. Delete that shit.
The long game.
So, yeah, there you go. Fuck him.
Fuck that guy.
That's one of the few times I like never paid for a beat.
I can't say the same. It's not a few times.
But yeah, so like, it just left such a sour taste in my mouth that he was so unnecessarily difficult that I was just like, whatever. Like, I can't enjoy the song like I wish I could. I'll for sure perform that shit though, because me performing it will be spiting him, because I bet that bitch ass motherfucker doesn't perform anywhere. He doesn't even fucking perform in the bathroom for his mom. Like,
doesn't even in the bathroom with his mom. What the fuck is that?
It's a joke that only he will understand.
Fuck. This shit's deep. I didn't think it was that deep.
I do my homework.
This shit is very deep. God damn.
Oh fuck! Like you've never had beef with another rapper before, huh?
I did.
Really? I didn't know this shit.
I did. You've heard that fucking diss track before.
I don't remember. Is it something you're able to talk about, or?
Yeah. Well, why the fuck would I not be able to?
Bro, I don't know.
I'm not a fucking PR princess.
Not like that. Not like, because I know people who've gotten into beefs where it got like really fucking serious, so they don't talk about it because they don't want to like dig all that shit up again.
Pussy ass bitches is what they are.
No, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Like
anybody who fucking says that is pussy.
No. Okay, I'm not trying to put anybody's shit out there, but I knew people who had to like, shit got so serious they had to change their government name. Like shots were flying, bro.
That's the love of the game. It should have been fucking. You should have handled it.
Bro,
right?
Killing people is not the love of the game. What are you talking?
Oh, yeah. So you're gonna tell me Pac Biggie is not the love of the? Come on.
Bro, you're crazy.
It ends with that. If
these aren't those times anymore. We've learned from this shit.
Yeah, okay, we did learn. We should have learned, but I never learned.
Okay, all right. Okay, anyways, tell us
I'm
your
on
story.
I'm on my YouTube page. Where the fuck is it?
Oh, you're about to pull up the track?
I'm not gonna play it, but I just want to remember the name of it.
Is it cool if I play a snippet for the audience?
Yeah, go ahead. It's called DOA. 11 years ago, I was fucking.
Okay.
Let me see. DOA.
I've heard that.
Death of Auto-Tune.
Yeah, that Jay-Z shit.
The JC. I don't know what. And it was. I remember this guy's fucking name because he was a fucking pussy and he was a bitch. And if I ever see him in fucking public, I'll fucking choke him and fucking put my dick in his fucking asshole. All right. His name. Over the years, bro, I feel like I love this guy because like it's just fucking funny.
Oh my god.
So this guy was called Afro Not, like Afro N-A-U-T.
That sounds familiar.
I've sent you the track and everything.
Oh,
So it's called DOA on ATB Music.
No, yo,
Afro.
I didn't know that someone else dissed you too. Oh, I see him. It's him. It's him. He changed his name.
Well, I don't know if he dissed me. I can't remember his diss.
Yeah, I found it. I found it.
What's his diss towards
11
me?
11 years ago. And by the way, he changed his name to Colorado Cop. If that's not a bitch ass name, I don't know what is.
Colorado Cop. Bro.
Yeah. But it's fucks with me, Alan the Prodigy diss. And he did that stupid shit where he just took one of your photos and then put an X over your eye.
What is it?
But then like you could tell that he doesn't actually have Photoshop because he didn't rotate the X's. So it's like your photo is like leaning diagonally, but the X is like perfectly straight up, so he didn't bother fixing that shit. And anyways.
The only time I got this.
The only time you got this.
The only time I got this. The only time I dissed back. And that's what the game is all about.
It looks like he stopped making music 10 years ago, so I guess we know who won.
I didn't win, but this is what the game is all about, bro. Like back then, fucking X's on somebody's eyes with iMovie fucking editing, bro. it was a great time, bro. Like what the fuck were we on, bro?
So what was the beef about?
I don't fucking know, bro.
You don't? Damn.
I don't know. It was like maybe I told him his shit was ass and he was mad at me, and then I had to like I don't know. I don't remember.
Damn. Apparently, I've played this video before. That's crazy.
Because this is how much of a prideful fucker I was.
Yeah.
I didn't put his name on the diss track. On the
I don't want to give you my 12 views.
No, hell no. That shit was 13. What are you talking about? So the track of the name of the track was called DOA, and the fucking info of it says DOA and nothing else.
Damn.
I was like, it's just you're dead, bro.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know where that stemmed from. I don't know where it came from. I feel like I was on some type of fucking FaceTime random shit, and like, cause when I was kicking it with my brother a lot, he would go on, what the fuck was this shit called? It was like a randomized fucking FaceTime.
Oh, okay.
So you meet with random people.
Yeah. Oh, Omegle.
I think it was Omegle.
Yeah.
And then I'll put freestyle on it.
Uh-huh.
And then a lot of fucking random ass people will come out, and I'll freestyle, and then I guess I matched up. I think I matched up with him in one of those, and that's how it happened. I'm not sure how it happened for real, but I feel like it just stemmed from a bunch of bullshit.
That's fucking you guys were freestyling and it evolved into a beef?
2014, bro. Like this guy, bro.
God damn.
That's the only time I ever had any beef with any artist. After that, I hated collaborating because I knew how people were, especially in our program.
Yeah.
Where we were at and our whole community.
Yeah.
I know that people were always like flaky and on bullshit.
Yeah, no, for
so
sure.
I always stayed away from it.
I've been in, how many beefs have I had? Like, I think it's only been like 2 or 3. But
beat me.
I think I've only had like 2 or 3 beefs with people. Maybe more. I don't know, because I'm pretty fucking petty sometimes. Like, that's something that I'm proud of, but also like a big fucking flaw of mine.
I wish I was petty, because like I wish I could be like fuck that guy, but
sometimes, but like other times it's hella. There are times where I'm definitely doing too much, so it's hit or miss. But I know, just because we're on a time crunch right now, the one that I'll talk about was there was a group I was in, I mentioned, where this company emailed me, and I thought it was like a spam email, but it was so cheap that I tried it out anyways. It's called Boost Collective, right? Where they're like, hey, we're a business that is trying to get together a bunch of listeners on Spotify playlists. And then once we have a certain number, we want to charge people like $10 to add their song onto one of our playlists. We have a bunch of them. So whatever type of music you make, it doesn't matter. And hopefully we can like naturally, organically boost your views that way. So I tested it out and I thought it was pretty dope. And thankfully, like, it wasn't a scam. They're a group of Canadian business students who that was their startup, you know? And eventually they put together a group chat on Instagram because they're like, this is going to be an engagement group. So everybody's job that's in this group chat is to follow each other and like and comment on each other's shit, because once you get the ball rolling, the algorithm will take off from there. And once one of you blows up, you know, dope. But just regardless, you have people that can be supportive of one another. You guys can collab, etc. And that's actually where I met Kevin, because they didn't just put together rappers. They put together lots of different types of musicians and producers and beat makers. And there was one kid I met where he was like, hey, I just put out my very first mixtape. I listened to it. I fucking hate it. Oh, his name was Lux. I listened to it. That shit was garbage. But the very first track had a crazy beat to it, produced by a guy named Chew. And I was like, yo, can we drop a remix to that track? I really like it. He was like, fuck yeah. You know, so I went ahead, because I had a thing about buying beats, was I went ahead and bought the rights to that beat, and we were working on our shit. I got my verse done within 2 days, sent it back to him. He's like, oh, that's fucking tough. And he wanted that song specifically to be like, to have Pokemon related bars on it. So I was like, fuck yeah. Let me try to make this like swaggy and saucy so anybody can listen to it. But then if you're a fan of that thing, you have the references. And he would never send me his shit back. And I would hit him up all the fucking time. He was always active in the group chat. He was always chronically online, but he couldn't hit me back with a fucking verse. Oh yeah, I'm gonna send it tomorrow. Oh my bad, bro. I got a lot of homework tonight, so I'm gonna send it to you in a week. Whatever the fucking excuse was. And he would never drop that shit. And I was like, bro, are we fucking working or not? Because you're hella wasting my time right now. He didn't know I bought the beat. So he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm trying. I'll get to you when I get to you. And I'm like, no. Fuck that, right? Because the whole reason I was trying to collab with him was because he got a lot more views than I did. And I was like, if this trash motherfucker has this audience and I can get on a track with him, I'm taking every one of those fucking fans. And so I go ahead in the group chat. I dropped the shit myself. And it ended up being the Poke Trainer song that I put out. And he's like, bro, you can't do that. Hey, nobody fuck with this guy anymore. He stole my song. And I was like, no, I have a license. So you stole my song. And I want that shit taken down. He's like, no, you can't fucking do that. It's on SoundCloud. And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? And mind you, we're arguing in front of everybody. He's like, I was like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, there's no such thing as copyright if you're posting it on SoundCloud. I said, watch this, motherfucker. So I bought the exclusive rights to the beat, just so that, which was like $300, just so I could hop on SoundCloud, hit the infringement button, and report and delete. And I said,
can't wait till you're a millionaire.
I was like, I hope you're not attached to that fucking song, bro, because that shit is mine now. He was like, no, what the fuck? You're such a fucking bitch. And then I blocked him afterwards.
I cannot wait till you're a millionaire, bro, because the shit you would do for the petty fucking...
Mind you, bro. Mind you, it was 2017. I was a fucking, like, 18-year-old making $12 an hour.
No, it was a risk.
I had
Worth
no
taking.
business dropping that break.
Dropping.
You have no idea what kind of overtime I was working just to do that shit.
God damn.
That shit. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. My bad for yapping so much, bro.
It's all good. I was listening.
All right,
I was listening.
we appreciate anybody who tuned in. We'll see you whenever the fuck we see you.
Yeah, hopefully soon, because these are starting to become something of my favorite part of the week, bro.
No, for sure. They're hella fun for me too.
Yeah, so hopefully we do this soon.
All right.
Episode 2, Bresee Makes Breezy podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Shout out to Eric.
Shout out to
Give
Alan.
flowers. Shout out to everybody. Be safe.